Okay, so we've got quite a bit done. I wanted to show you this starter drive. If you can see right there, that is the tooth that was chunked off. Now it's got a little spot of weld on it. I haven't dressed it down yet, so it's still a little big. But anyway, I haven't polished this down with Scotch-Brite yet, but I have ground on it and then filed on it. If you'll notice, right here are the 3 teeth that I showed before that were big and fat and ugly. And I roughed them out with sandpaper. But also, I want to show you what I used. I mainly used this round file. And you might think, well, why didn't you use a triangular file? Well, a triangular file, the corner won't fit down here. If you'll notice, let me see if I can get in there. These are actually radiused at the bottom. And this file fits down in there perfectly. And so what I did was I went around and I just checked the teeth, especially the ones that were near where it had been welded, and the ones that the file wouldn't go through, I either sanded on them a little more or I just filed them until they didn't catch. And they're not perfect, but they're pretty close. And so right here are the 3 teeth that were close together, that were welded up. Let's see if I can show you this. What you want is your starter drive to be able to roll through this smoothly. And if it catches or if it lifts up out of there, then that's going to put it in a bind and you're going to tear more stuff up. I don't know if you can see, that's pretty well rolling through there, pretty smooth, except for my jerky fingers rolling it around. But anyway, these teeth were unaffected. It rolls through there pretty good. These teeth here were ground. It rolls through there pretty good. So it will wear in, but this is pretty close to finished. I'm going to have to grind on that Bendix a little bit, and I will Scotch-Brite just to remove some burrs. But it just goes to show you, if you don't have the money or if you're stuck somewhere and you can't get the parts that you need, if you've got the time, you can actually repair some of this stuff. Old farmers have been doing this stuff to tractors for years. And on like a regular flywheel for a standard transmission, my dad taught me how these ring gears are just pressed on. He taught me how to take a cutting torch and you heat, and you just heat in a circle and heat in a circle and heat in a circle. And you heat until you actually see this ring gear lift with the torch flame. And when it does that, you have somebody ready with a good pair of gloves, and they flip that over and they tap on it and that ring falls off. Then what you do is you immediately flip that ring over and lay it back on. And when you do that, then you tap it down, make sure it's seated, and you walk away and let it cool, however long it takes to cool. And that's an old trick to where this side of the teeth were all chewed up, but this side was good, and you would take the old ones and you would just flip them over. And we've done that on forklifts, we've done that on old 6-cylinder Chevy, old Fords, and it's just something you can do to prolong the life of your equipment, especially if it's old equipment or if it's difficult to get parts for. I'll probably show you just a little bit when I'm done polishing this stuff up, but that's basically how you do it. If you don't have a round file and you need to dress the edges of the teeth, this file will not fit down in these teeth. But what you can do is you can grind away this corner at an angle so that you can get down in there. And then what you want to do is you want to round this edge off, the remaining corner, so that it doesn't cut in. And that gives you what's called a safe edge. And that way you can do all of your filing with this edge, and you can work that and get your pressure over to one side of the tooth. And then when you're done, you can either cut both edges of the file so that you can turn the file and do the other side, or you just flip the whole ring gear over. But that's pretty much it.